Hi, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make a healthy breakfast recipe. It is called a baked berry oatmeal. You can do this different ways, so I'm going to give you a couple of options. That you're going to need some wet ingredients and some dry ingredients. So we're going to start off with what you need for the wet ingredients. So we're going to use almond milk. You could also use coconut milk. I just tend to go back and forth with those. You want 2 cups of that. You want some vanilla extract. It's 1 tablespoon. 2 eggs, and I always get the free-range eggs myself. And then coconut oil. You can use 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon today. And then on the dry ingredients, you will need rolled oats. So I have 2 cups of rolled oats here in this bowl. We're going to need some baking powder. We need Himalayan salt or sea salt, turmeric, allspice, cinnamon, and I am using the stevia extract powder. You can also use coconut sugar. Now if you're going to use the stevia, you only need 1 tablespoon. If you're going to use the coconut sugar, you'll need 3 tablespoons. So just keep that in mind. You'll need some nuts. I'm using walnuts today. It's a 1/2 cup. You could use pecans as well. And then also, make sure you have some type of spray oil. Coconut or olive oil works great. And then of course you need your berries. So today I'm going to use strawberries and blackberries. So you'll want 3 cups. You can do 2 to 3 cups. The last time I made this, I only used 2 cups of just blackberries because that's all I had. But I wanted more berries in it, so I decided to go 1/2 and 1/2 and use a total of 3 cups with strawberries and blackberries. I've never used strawberries in this recipe, but we're gonna try it out. You could use blackberries and strawberries. You can use blueberries, raspberries. It's just whatever you like. And you can mix them up. So just play with it. Have fun with it. So that's our ingredients, but we're going to use today. So, oh, also, make sure you have a skillet. You can use a cast iron skillet like I have, or you could just use the skillet that you have if you don't have a cast iron. So you'll need a skillet. And on all these spices that we have here, I will put the recipe in my blog on my website, and you can get to that down in the description. There'll be a link down there. You can get to that and get to this exact recipe so that you can follow along when you make it as well, other than following here. But you can follow it here. I will tell you real quick. So the baking powder, you're going to need 1 tablespoon. Sea salt is a 1/2 teaspoon. Or Himalayan salt, which is what I have. The turmeric, it's an optional option, but you can do 2 teaspoons of that. We're going to need a tablespoon of the cinnamon. The allspice is 1 teaspoon. And I told you if you use the stevia, 1 tablespoon. If you use coconut sugar, make sure you do 3 tablespoons. And a 1/2 cup of your nuts that I was talking about. And I think that's about it. So let's get this moving. I'm going to set aside our berries just to get them out of our way, and our coconut oil spray. So what we're going to do first is we're going to mix together all these dry ingredients, and then we will mix up the wet ingredients. So you want to make sure you have 2 big mixing bowls for this. And also you want to preheat your oven. Now my oven is a gas oven because I live in an RV and travel the country. So if you are the same as me, or if you have a gas oven, my oven is small, so you want to preheat your oven at 400 degrees. If you have a normal size oven or an electric oven, in my case I'm going to go with 425. I've just found that works best for my oven. So I'm going to preheat to 425. So I've preheated my oven to 425. Like I said, make sure between 400 to 425 on your oven, depending on how your oven cooks. Now, if you do live in an RV like me, one little tip I do is I have lights on my oven. So I always turn the light on when I've got it on, when I have the burners on or the oven on, and that way I remember that it's on. That way you don't forget. And whenever I will turn this oven off, I will turn that off, and I know I did not forget to turn the oven off, because I have been known to do that. So we are going to mix together all of our dry ingredients. I'm going to set all this to the side and get it out of our way. Yes, I need a new spoon. That's for sure. So we're just going to dump all this in here all together. And the nuts. Alright, so we got all that. We're gonna mix it up together really good. Get a nice, good mix. Make sure you get all those spices mixed up into all of those oats. You can see how I've got it all in there really good. Okay, so now we're gonna mix our wet ingredients, and I just poured it on the counter. So we're gonna move all this out of our way. We have our coconut oil down in there. There we go. Vanilla extract. And our eggs. Oh! I never do that. Whoops. Dump those eggs in there, but don't dump the whole egg. Oh my gosh. Okay, there goes our eggs. Alright, so we're going to whisk those together. I'm going to grab a fork for this and just whisk it together to get those eggs and that coconut oil mixed up. Now, you really want your coconut oil to be in a liquid form. I did not do that this time, but ideally, you definitely want to do that. So I'm just going to smoosh that coconut oil just so it spreads it and gets it all mixed up really good. So there you go. Mixing that up, whisking away. And mine's brown because I think I accidentally got some cinnamon in there when I was measuring everything out. We got all that good. All right. Okay, so now we are going to grab our skillet. Now you can also use a baking dish for this if you don't have a skillet or a cast iron skillet. You can use a baking dish, that's no problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our berries and our coconut oil spray. So you'll want to spray your skillet or your dish. Get a good coating on it. Okay, and then we are going to take half of our berries. So we don't want all of them. We just want to put half down into the bottom of the skillet. So I have the blackberries more on the top, but I'm going to try to get half and half. Spread them out into the bottom of your skillet or your baking dish. Okay, get them all spread out with a spatula, just like that. And then we're going to take our dry ingredients that we got mixed up, put those on top, spread it out. Make sure it's nice and even as you spread it around over top of all of those berries. It should look about like that. Now we're going to take our wet ingredients, pour it over the top, all the way through there. Okay, now we're going to take our spatula and kind of press it down, and also you can tap this so it will get to the bottom. And then press it down really good, a little bit, here and there. Tap it a little bit more. Just try to make it even throughout the pan. And then we're going to put the rest of our berries on. So spread those around. All the rest of those yummy berries. Spread those. And we're going to push that down with our spatula so it'll really get down in there and bake into the oatmeal. It looks like I have blackberries on one side and strawberries on the other. That's okay. Be a strawberry day and a blackberry day. So as you can see, I have pressed that down in there so that it will bake into this dish. So now we are going to put this into the oven. You want to bake this for about 30 minutes. You can take a toothpick when the 30 minutes is up just to make sure that it's baked all the way through. So we're going to put this in the oven. And I'll see you in 30 minutes. Not really, but 30 minutes YouTube time. Now it's been 30 minutes, so we're going to check the oven and see how it looks. So let's see. Looking good. All right, let's check it out. How's it looking? Well, that looks really good to me. All right, so we got it out of the oven and check it out. I think it looks awesome. So what you want to do is you want to let this cool and then you'll cut it. You could cut it into 8 slices. That way you can prep it, you can freeze it, you can put it in the fridge for about 7 days, 7-8 days. You can have one a day. That's what I do is for my breakfast. And what complements this really well is yogurt. So you could put a little bit of yogurt on top or on the side. And it's an amazing breakfast and very filling and healthy. So check out my blog and you can get the recipe and let me know how you like it. And I really want to thank you for hanging out with me today and watching my video, and subscribe if you haven't, and hit like if you liked the video, and I will see you next time. Hey crew, I hope you are all doing very well. I just wanted to jump on here at the end of the video and wish you well. We hope you are staying healthy and you have a good place to stay. As you can see behind me, we are here in Kentucky at his parents' house, so we had a good place to stay, luckily. But I just want to jump on here and let you know that our next episode will be on Sunday night. We will have one of our pre-recorded travels when we went to Cedar Point Amusement Park. It was so much fun in Ohio. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on that episode on Sunday. So hope you're doing well. And one more thing, if you enjoy the cooking videos, and also if you're interested in ways to stay healthy and fit on the road, please put that down in the comments and let me know, because I would be happy to share all kinds of useful information for you. So I will see you on Sunday.